Okay, item number 12, discussion and possible action on historical architect for Oakdale. I believe we have a proposal for Gene Brode. Gene Brode in here.
It is.
Would you like to discuss that, Mr. Brode?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Gene Brode. I live at 404 Collection Street. I think you have a short resume that I give people.
Thank you.
These are items that are done locally. What I propose to do is to make a plan of the exterior of all the buildings, the elevations, and show their details of the corrections, of the deficiencies, and paint areas, etc. Anything, or vents on the roof. And the way I would do it is regular 2 by 3 sheets. And every sheet would be a plan of the site with the numbered buildings. There are 38 buildings. And then on the first sheet of this, I'd have the requirements, the general requirements that would be needed for the entire job. I anticipate about 7 or 8 sheets would be needed. There would be 4 lines of elevations of buildings, along with details such as handicap ramps when needed, etc. like that. Do I have any questions?
Gene, I've got a question.
Sure.
Looking at your resume, there's one deal in here, I think it's in Dallas where you worked on a historical building. And
Tax court?
Pardon me?
Tax court?
I read this.
Well, that's all right.
But anyway, my question is, when we get through redoing the buildings, per your recommendations, that we wouldn't have any problem sliding into a historical marker of any kind that would be, you know what I'm saying, be
Well,
correct.
I'd have to verify that some way because my background is that I wouldn't like to waste any of our money. But if they require something like wood windows, I know the windows for Janie for the Campbell building cost $62,000. I'd rather use what we have the best way we can and put a significance, a historical significance, even if you have to paint the aluminum windows. I mean, that's my feeling, but I know we have this obligation to meet historical confines, so I have to do that. I don't think there's going to be many of that. The things that concern me are the metal roofs. And there are at least 3 different kinds of metal roofs. And personally, I don't care for any of them, but I would like for us to be able to live with it. I think the cosmetics of the buildings are important, and certainly the correctness of the deficiencies, like cornices or rotting and things like that, and roofs that need replaced.
So we wouldn't Are you looking at anything that might keep us from being approved from any type of grant or anything like that when it comes to the historical aspect of the cabins?
I don't think so, but I would like, as I say, my first thought is to submit it like it is and utilize it. If they require we have to change the metal roofs, that's kind of ridiculous, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I would bet my life on it. You know, as far as my feeling is concerned, if a roof is put on, a composition shingle roof is put on correctly, will last at least 35 years with no maintenance on it. But lots of those out there haven't been put on correctly, so we've got to have deficiencies to make up on that.
As far as windows, you'd be looking at,
There are very many metal windows out there, there are very few, fortunately.
it's like the wooden ones, you look at more of a rehabilitation or a replacement?
All I could. The buildings that I would see it would be, I'd like to see the walls all painted the same color, and the trim, fascia, like the front door frames and things like that would be another color, white. You give a zing to the thing, and it's still all white and all gold. Like Victorian buildings were, the Queen Anne construction or something like that.
So I,
That was one of our big concerns, is not that we want to deviate or get away from the cause us not to be able to get money, if any available money for grants or anything that
yeah,
we could possibly get.
Well, I certainly wouldn't do anything that would hamper the prospect of getting it. I just wouldn't want to go into full force without having anything that they require.
And you would do the research on that? You would be doing
Oh,
that?
yeah.
All right.
Anyone else? Are you ready to make a motion? I'll make a motion to please have consent votes. I have a motion to accept Mr. Brode's proposal. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
All right.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.